Okay, hey guys, welcome to Articulate Thursdays. I'm your host, Nabil, the mild-mannered community development specialist, and as you know, a social media influencer. I think I have like 50 followers on my Instagram now, so I think that does classify me as an influencer. And again, very happy to be joined by the brilliant Tanya. So Tanya, welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful sunny day today. Everything feels very positive and changes in the air. So yeah, it's a great day, and I'm really excited to be here today to share with you some more artwork and messages from Message in a Bottle because we received over 200 submissions, and we would love to share all of this, the response, all of the artwork, all the messages that we received. So yeah, let's show everyone, Nabil.
Totally, and I think who's this handsome guy there? I think the reason why we're continuing to share with you guys the wonderful artwork that that you guys have shared with us is because we got such an overwhelming response, right? And I think it's only fair for us to share the wonderful artwork and the messages that we received that we in fact gave out to some of our seniors this past week, and we want to share some of that with you as well. But the idea is you want to share the happiness, you want to share the joy. So a huge shout out to New Horizons for Seniors Grant. I think we talked about how this was a federally funded program. This was actually funded by the New Horizons for Seniors Grant. We had initially asked them for funding for a different project, but due to the scope of COVID-19, we had to sort of pivot a little bit. And what better way to pivot than to reach out to isolated seniors through messages of hope from the community itself. So big shout out to them. A huge shout out also to the Oakville Public Library. I know they contributed immensely to the jars itself. So Tanya, do you want to walk us through what the jars actually contain? Because I believe you have one with you right
Sure.
now.
Yeah, I do. So it's a mason jar, and what we did is we put in your letters and your artwork. We rolled them in, so they're really easy to take out. And the artwork is decorating the outside of the jar, so they're all very different and unique. In the jars, we have put various items that we collected. So one of them is a non-surgical, non-medical cloth reusable mask that local fashion designer Joseph Tassoni 2 weeks. And they're really easy to
Hey,
put on. So they
sorry,
have
Tanya, I
this
think
really
you're
comfortable
frozen.
elastic ear cover.
Oh, you're good now. You're
Okay.
good now. You're frozen for a second.
Okay. So a lovely mask. So every jar will have a mask. There's a little squeezy heart. I think they're called like
Stress ball, yeah.
stress balls, or I mean, they're fun to play around with. We had beautiful origami monarch butterflies that were hand folded, so one for each jar, so they're literally in the jar. We also had Oakville Public Library gave us bookmarks and a pen with information about a lot of the fabulous services and programs that they have available right now. Our rec department put together a physical activity book. So these have different exercises that you can do on a chair or at home with images. So that's kind of fun. And then information about our Phone a Friend program. So our Oakville Senior Center has volunteers that will call and outreach to seniors, isolated seniors. And I was told today that because of Message in a Bottle, this program has increased and expanded, which is really great. So more information has gone out there. And then there's some candy and some tea and some other goodies that are in there. So this 800 of these jars went out through Food for Life, and we also have another program through the town of Oakville. So they were all hand delivered this past week. And so we're going to share with you a few photos that we took as they were being delivered, and also a few more thank yous. So Margaret Larson created all the butterflies. So thank you so much, Margaret. These are really lovely. And Joseph for the masks. And here is a site. Nabil and Daniel were just getting all the jars ready for Food for Life pickup in our receiving area. So thanking
Right.
Food for Life for helping us distribute all of the jars.
Yeah, and a big shout out actually to Daniel as well, right? Because Daniel was sort of he did all the funding proposals and everything together. So Daniel, thank you so much for doing behind the works, but also on the ground and then helping us put the jars together.
Yeah.
And this is Julie, right? This is
Yes.
Julie, our staff member from our seniors team, actually giving out the wonderful jars to our seniors. How wonderful is that? You could just tell by the smiles on their faces, Tanya, that they're that it means something to them, and we're happy to share that with them. But that's literally what the outcome of this entire project was, right? To share with our seniors, and clearly we are sharing with them a few more pictures. No solicitors, but this is welcomed, right? So this is definitely a welcome gift. Some more pictures that Julie had shared with us. And again, huge shout out to Julie, right? She not only helped put all this together, but then she went and she helped obviously with the safe physical distancing measures in place and the masks and all that stuff. As she went and she shared it and delivered it to the individuals there. And then this is Food for Life, I believe, right? Is that
It's another delivery that was made, and I just thought it was a cute photo because it's down the hall. It's been accepted, and but from a distance. But yes, 800 deliveries in total were made to isolated seniors in Oakville. So we hope that everyone enjoys their mason jar and has some fun with some of the items that are in there.
Right. And as we continue to share what the items and the messages and the artwork was, just a caveat here that, stick around till the very end because we have another very exciting project that we would like to share with you guys. So you definitely want to stick around to the very end when we share that with you. With that being said, though, again, this was Message in a Bottle. The whole inspiration for this project was, that the smallest act of kindness is worth more than the grandest intention, right? Sometimes it's just a letter or it's just an artwork that makes all the difference in the world, right? And if you add all those small acts together, sometimes it makes a much more significant impact than we could have ever imagined, right? And so it started with this quote, so we just want to acknowledge it from Oscar Wilde, and let's get to some more submissions. So Tanya, tell us a little bit more about this.
Sure. So as I said before, we received over 200 submissions in a very short period of time. So about 1 week of calling out for submissions, and artists from all over Oakville submitted artwork. And if you weren't an artist, you could submit a note or a letter, and we would share it. And they were very touching. So Tazine was an artist that visited our sister city in 2018 in China. And so this was an artwork that she left with the city of Penzao. And so she sent us a copy of it and wished me a peony. And so we added this artwork to the jar. So this was really touching and, connected to her experience as well as an artist that worked with the town. So the rest of the slides that follow are just, more artwork that we found really touching and we wanted to share with everyone. So a lot of collage work, because we were talking about message in a bottle, lots of bottle imagery came up with lovely ideas and inspiration about messages in bottles. So you'll see some text in some of them. This was an artwork from a university student. It's his first artwork, and he attached a note with the artwork that talked about what inspired him. So with this painting, he was inspired by his traveling experiences and sunsets. Mm-hmm. So as much as we tried our best to include people's notes with their artwork, so the receiver could get that message. And so this was Cleo and Liz put together a zine. So there were multiple pages. And they had made this originally for their friends and family, but it translated into artwork that we could easily include in the bottle. So really fun illustrations about spring, about nature, flowers. So and some games in there. So within the illustration, there's like a word search or some other expressive activities that you could do that were kind of fun, some wordplay. So those were included as well. So thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so this is a note from Nita, Dia, and Deepa. And so they are doing this program where they share artwork with their cousins. And they have a virtual art show every couple of weeks. And so they pick a theme, they do the drawings, and then they FaceTime each other to share their artwork. And so I just thought that was a really nice idea, that people are using art to be expressive and to, you know, share time with family. So these are quite sweet.
Yeah, I think a lot of positive messages. I love how, and I think we keep talking about the whole Articulate Thursdays, Tanya. It's this familial or family interaction, right? Where it's not just one person that's sort of making the art. It's like a family putting it together. So it's kids and parents interacting together, and they're interacting for a cause that, you know, it's truly community based, right? So I find that really interesting, because in times like this, where, you know, keeping engaged is important, where, you know, the whole family's engaged, and then not only is the whole family engaged, we're sharing that engagement right through to the community itself, and then we're sharing this with you know, with you know, with everybody watching sort of today, right? And so this is another really cute and awesome painting, and her messages from Samira, and the message is that you are not alone. Isn't that's awesome?
Yeah.
It's good to know that, you know, there's people around that care about us, and we're all in this together. So thank you so much to 10-year-old Smira and for Papita as well to submit this. This is pretty cool. And this is actually, Tanya, if you want to explain, this is from France.
Yeah, so this was someone who heard about our project. I don't know how, but they found out about our project. And Pascal, who lives in France, and so he put together a digital collage. And in the collage, there are little beasts, as he refers to them, that you can discover. I haven't discovered all of them, but it's kind of fun to know that there's another element of discovery in this piece. And he sent it to us, and metaphorically, he's talking about how this message has, you know, traveled from Europe over the Atlantic Ocean and to us here in Oakville on the shores of Lake Ontario. So very thoughtful. Thank you for sending that to us.
Listen, it's much appreciated, and all I'm saying is Articulate Thursdays. It's going worldwide. Okay, we're blowing up right now. We're all the way in France, but that's really awesome. This is from three-year-old. I believe Sarah is the mom, but her 3-year-old daughter drew this wonderful painting, and isn't that what it's all about? That's a wonderful smile. I wish I could smile as beautifully as that painting right there. Tanya, any insights onto this painting?
I mean, children's drawings are so lovely because they're so expressive, and they're just free and open. And this, I mean, this just brought a smile to my face when I saw it. So this is from Laura, who talks about, you know, the walks that she takes every day, and an image that captured her about some fish that she saw through crystal clear water on a sunny day. And she just thought it was beautiful, and she wanted to share that with someone. And more photographs of nature and some beautiful, beautiful imagery of flowers. Now in spring, there's so much color that's starting to pop out. Another photograph from Julie, who works at the museum. And so she took a photo outside her window where she works, and just wanted to share these flowers with people. A beautiful watercolor painting of spring flowers from Jasmine. So thank you so much, Jasmine. More flowers, a collage that, you know, to remind us of sunny days. So really lovely, thoughtful, bright works of art. This was really lovely. This is from Cal. And Cal, last week I talked about the Collage Jam, a group of people that met virtually to put collages together, and Cal is the instructor. And so this was his submission, which he relates to a quilt design, and thinking about quilts, because quilts cover you, they give you comfort, they're usually handcrafted, And so he thought this would be, you know, a lovely offering in a conceptual way to send someone love and hope. This was really cute. This was another collage, and it's a collage of Frankie, who's a schnauzer. And so Susan is sending us an image of her 2-year-old rescue dog, who now is in a new home and is being loved, and she wanted to share this. Very sweet.
Very, very awesome. We have some more artwork. Wonderful.
So this is from Jolane Mayelin and Mila, and Jolane works at Queen Elizabeth Park Community Cultural Center in the Senior Center, and so her and her 2 daughters submitted this artwork. And I know that her daughters very much like painting and drawing, so it was really great to receive this from Jolane. And, you know, a lovely message about just bringing sunshine into your life. So thank you, Jolane.
Another awesome image of nature and just the spring, like you were mentioning, Tanya. Wonderful. And this is also from Vancouver. So again, we're going global. We're international. We're national. It's not just about the QEP Facebook page anymore, Tanya. It's we're big time.
We are.
And yeah, I think this was again from grade 3. I believe this was a class, right? That from
Yes.
Lady Spears Public School that put together this artwork and submitted it to us. So that's amazing, right?
Yeah. So this was part of, you know, a school assignment, homeschooling. Everyone is working from home now. And Gladys Spears, a grade 3 teacher, sent us a whole bunch of submissions, and they're really lovely. Like that sunflower is so great.
It's awesome. And I think there's a few more.
Yep.
Just love to share. We're all in this together. Isn't that what it's all about? So thank you everybody for sharing this. But now, Tanya, if you will, the next big announcement, our next big engagement with you, our residents. Tanya, tell us a little bit more about what we have in store for everybody.
Sure. So the next project that we would like to call out for public art call is to receive artwork and messages to say thank you to our community heroes. And the first group of community heroes that we really want to reach out to are Oakville healthcare workers. So let's say thank you to these heroes that work among us, live among us, make all these sacrifices for us so that we can be safe. They really make our lives better, and we would like to collect artwork and meaningful, thoughtful notes. We will collect them all, and we will put together a digital album, and we will share them. So do send your artwork and messages to public.art@oakville.ca by May 28th. And Nabil and I will compile them and make sure that they are sent to our local Oakville healthcare workers.
That's awesome. And you know, just in case, if you were thinking that you've already used up your creativity in the Message in the Bottle campaign, well, the wonderful Maya Angelou says you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have, right? And so that be the inspiration for you guys, you know, the residents in Oakville and the world actually, to send us the wonderful art pieces, messages of thanks, right? We gave messages of hope and solidarity and comfort to our seniors, but truly we have and we are indebted and we are grateful and thankful to the healthcare workers who are, you know, who are putting themselves on the front line so that we can be safe. And what greater community service is there than that? So the least we can do is just tell them that we appreciate them, we acknowledge them, and we want to thank them. So please send us your wonderful artworks, just like we're doing with Message in the Bottle. We're going to be sharing some of the wonderful artworks that you guys have shared with us, not only to the public health workers, but also to the, you know, through our Articulate Thursday programs, right? So Tanya, thank you so much for thinking about this initiative. This is phenomenal. This was your idea, and I'm sure the public is going to be very receptive and send us tons and tons of positive messages and artwork. Any final words, Tanya, before we wrap it up for our Articulate Thursdays?
No, we look forward to receiving your submissions. Who is your healthcare hero? If there's someone specific that you want to send a message to, absolutely. Healthcare workers play a central and critical role in providing essential care to those in need in our community, and we really want to honor them and support them and put a spotlight on them.
Perfect. That's the best way to wrap up today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. Thank you so much for Tanya and Nabil. Until next time, this is Articulate Thursdays. Take care, guys.